episode 2 of the Offseason podcast, where we present cast-offs, forgotten gems, hypothetical B-sides, also rans, should-have rans, and other previously unheard tracks culled from various points over the last number of years. These are songs that for one reason or another weren't released, but I like them and I want to share them with you in this way that doesn't involve me paying money to press vinyl or burn CDs or what have you. I'm your host, Stephen Lyons, and these first few episodes will feature projects that I'm currently in or have been involved with in the past, but once this little dusty box of disused toys is empty, we'll be moving on to some tracks by some friends who also have had things fall by the wayside along the way. Today we have a track from Dixie's Death Pool, a band that started by Lee Hutzelack back in the early 1990s and has taken a lot of different shapes over the years, both stylistically and in terms of personnel. Beginning as something of a quirky bedroom project, it's now a very inspiring and idiosyncratic mix of highly detailed sound design, atmospherics, expansive pop composition. Lee's production techniques are really unique and definitely worth some immersive headphone listening. Check out dixiesdeathpool.bandcamp.com or dixiesdeathpool.com for info on releases, including the current one called Twin Galaxies. I've played and recorded with Lee on and off for many years. I remember at some of the first shows I played, probably around the year 2000, 2001, somewhere in there. It was pretty common for me to meet fellow band members for the first time at shows. I'd be unpacking and getting ready for the set, and someone would walk in with an instrument. I'd think they were from the opener or the headliner, depending. And I'd say, what band do you play? And they'd say, Dixie's Death Pool. That happened, I think, 5 or 6 consecutive shows, possibly owing to the fact that Lee had relocated from Victoria recently, and the band was always some kind of blurred combination of people from both places. And over the years, I've played lots of shows with Dixie's Death Pool, and also taken part in lots of recording sessions at Lee's place. Whereas sometimes he'd have this drum kit ready for me. It seemed like it was put together by Dr. Seuss. Or he'd hand me a piece of rice paper and a feather duster and say, these are your drumsticks for today. So after gathering sounds from various musicians, he'd rework and reimagine and remix seemingly forever. The first recording that I was involved with was called Soon. And after a while, the title seemed like a sick joke. I think I heard half a dozen or more final mixes of that album, and after every time Lee would go in and turn the thing upside down again. On my hard drive right now I've got about 207 different Dixie's Death Pool files, so songs and versions. Most of them are alternate takes or well recorded rehearsals, and some of those rehearsals would also get reworked and find their way onto albums at times, so you never knew when something you did around Lee was going to make it onto an album. So I had a lot of things to choose from for this little podcast, but I decided to go with this version of the song Blood. This is a song that Lee first recorded a long time ago. I recently heard a version. It's a very young Lee doing a pretty brisk run through of the song on an old 4-track. It's very different from the spacious groove feel that I've known the song to be. This particular version that I'm just about to play was recorded at the Hive in Burnaby, BC by Jesse Gander, and it's a rare opportunity to hear a version of the live band playing the song with no additional reworkings, just live in the studio. We had played a show a couple days before, so we went in and recorded the whole set. I haven't really heard much of the other tracks. I heard one other track, but this one has always been a favorite of mine to play live. The band on this track is Lee Hutzelack on voice and guitar, Todd Hutzelack on guitar, Matt Skillings on bass, me on drums, John Muter on guitar, and David Leith on electronics. So here it is, Dixie's Death Pool with Blood.
skinny pigs carry their naked meat. Down street after street, searching for the skin. I saw them in my sleep. Said, why don't you come on in? It must be cold out here underneath the moon. Out of skin. Don't tell me that your love is 3 times